Hey guys, it's Housewife in Heels. So we have an unboxing today. I love unboxings. They're one of my favorite things to film. I'm pretty sure anyone who has sort of a luxury goods channel loves to do an unboxing because that means they get something new, and who doesn't love new stuff? So we're gonna go ahead and tear into this little puppy today because this is gonna be fun since it's something that I've never really embarked upon in my little shoe journey. But here we are. I have heard about Ruthie Davis for quite some time, and she has a tendency to do a lot of platforms. She does very extreme platforms, and she also does kind of, you could say, whimsical styles. Like, I know years back that she's done some interesting collabs. The one that I'm the most fascinated by out of everything is their Minion collab. And no, these are not Minion shoes, but I thought that was very, very funny that they did a Minion shoe, because before my dad passed away, he was a Minion nerd. He loved anything and everything that had to do with the Minions from Despicable Me, so if I ever get the opportunity to get the Minion shoe, I absolutely will. Not that I'd ever go out wearing Minion shoes unless it was, I don't know, Despicable Me 8 in theaters or something. I don't even know what number they're on, but the Minion one is sentimental to me in a certain aspect because of that. But these are not Minion shoes. These are the Nikki Sandals, and these are going to be a little bit of fun for me because I think they're my first ever purple shoe in my collection, which is crazy. You'd think that I would have a purple Louboutin or something, which I would love to get, but for the time being, these will have to make do. One of my subscribers found these on sale on Ruthie's website and just hit buy, and that was it. And I am not opposed to them. I've always thought about delving into Ruthie, and I never quite bit the bullet, and now I can't quite get the shoe out of the little dust bag. Okay, we're making headway. We're wriggling it out. Come on, shoe. There we go. So here they are. Yes, the strap is undone because I may or may not have had fun and tried these on when I got them, but they are an extreme platform. These are definitely the highest platform shoes that I have, not necessarily the highest heel. I want to say these are a 130. Oh, it doesn't even specify on the box, but I want to say these are a 130. I would have to compare them to my Alanissimas or even my new F-word peeps. But yes, these are some of my more extreme shoes that I have now at the moment. Let's go ahead and get you the other ones so you can get a little gander at both. It's just gonna be a bit of a battle getting it outside of the dust box. Getting it out of the dust bag. There we go. I just didn't want to fight it, and hopefully we can set it down and not have a cat flop into it. We shall see. But there we go. Now we have both that I can show you guys. If I could just get it semi-decent looking. There we go. But these, oh gosh, I want to say these are at least a 60mm platform. I want to say at least. I could be wrong since platforms are a little bit newer to me on the channel. I got my first ever big platform less than a year ago, so these are definitely a little bit out there, a little bit outside of the box, perhaps even a little bit outside the comfort zone, but we'll see. Definitely a very fun summery shoe. I don't know what on earth I'm gonna pair these with since they're such a loud, bright purple. Probably be fun with something like a solid black sort of linen dress or something to that effect. We'll figure it out. I don't have a terribly large amount of purple in the wardrobe, but maybe that'll change because I have these, and why not just wear a purple outfit? Who knows? But These shoes surprised me with just how kind of high quality that they feel for being such a wicked low price, since for $100, which is what these were when they were on sale on the site, I am very, very impressed with the sort of the leather quality, the softness of the leather. Something that has surprised me upon closer inspection is that these say made in Brazil, which I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to pick up on that, if you're going to be able to read that, but that is an odd one. I wonder why they chose to manufacture in Brazil. I would imagine it's to cut costs, since making them in somewhere like Italy or France is probably the upper crustiest place that you can get your stuff made. But I am really, really excited because these actually have a little bit of padding. Not as much padding as, say, like the Miss Z Louboutins, but just a little something, so you're not just having your foot on something hard as a rock, which tends to be the norm for, say, a Louboutin. Now, if you guys are watching this and wanting to inquire about Ruthie Davis sizing, since there is so minimal information about this brand out there, these, I am a size 36 in my true to size, and that is what I went with. Now, I have a very narrow foot, so I have a tendency to have to keep that in mind when I'm sizing. And most shoes that I have offer the half sizes, like, say, if I need to go down, I'll go down to 35 and a half. That's not the case with Ruthie's. They just do whole sizes. So I thought, okay, I've done sandals in a 36 before, since I have a tendency to need to accommodate for the length of my foot rather than the width when we're talking about an open toe shoe. So I told this particular individual that bought them a 36 might work. We shall see. It's just a gamble. And he's like, okay, I'll gamble $100, and if it doesn't work, oh well, then just sell them. And when I tried them on, lo and behold, they worked. So if you have a wicked narrow foot, true to size and Ruthie Davis is going to be your best bet. If you have an average to leaning narrow, then true to size is once again probably going to be your best bet. If you have an average foot, then you might want to go up a whole size. Now, I don't have too much experience in this brand, so cut me some slack, please. I am not quite a Ruthie guru like I am a Louboutin one, so bear with me. If you have a wide foot, I really would not recommend this particular kind of shoe. I don't have too much experience with the brand, so I don't know if they do the sort of wider sizes, more narrow sizes, like, say, a Stuart Weitzman. But if you got a wider foot, then you're probably going to want to go up like 2 sizes at least, generally speaking. So if you're true to size of 36, but you got a wicked wide foot, then you might want to go up all the way to a 38, just to be able to accommodate your foot. But other than that, I think that will about do it for this unboxing, this particularly exciting little one, since this is a brand new brand for me, and who doesn't love trying new brands? But if you would like to further support me and my endeavors on acquiring more and more shoes, then give me the likes, comments, subscribes, things of that nature. Follow me on TikTok. I'm trying to hit 10K for obvious reasons. If you would like to further support me, there is Patreon starting at $3 a month. And Patreon is really what made this video possible, because who bought these for me? One of my patrons. So if you're one of those people who's dead set on sponsoring a pair of shoes for me, then go on Patreon, message me there, or even email me for free, no cost at all. I am not opposed to subscribers buying me shoes. So if you have that thought in your mind, you want to buy me a pair of shoes, by all means, let me know. We can work something out. But if you would like to further support me, there is always Poshmark if you're wanting to look and see what I have for sale, maybe some shoes that I currently have for sale, then go ahead and check that out. If you happen to be international and you want the shoes, then I'll send you my eBay link. Just let me know. Tell me you're interested. Other than that, now that I got my spiel out the way, let's go ahead and throw these puppies on. Bye.